Okay.
Okay. The memories of my grandmother, Granny Jones, and it was hard to pick just two or three to talk about, but I can't really remember at what point in my life that she became my idol and I wanted to be like her and tried to be like her, but it's kind of the way I remember all along that I wanted to try to be like Granny because I thought she was something so special. One thing I didn't know until we made the earlier part of this tape was that Granny had not sewn all of her life. She had sewn basically all of my life, and so I thought that was something that she had always done. One of my really favorite memories was of the week before I started first grade. We went and spent my whole family, my mom and little brother and sister. Of course, if I was going in first grade, April was 1, which meant Michael, Nat was 2, so they were 1 and 2. My mom went and spent the week with Granny, so we had these toddlers underfoot, and Granny made my school clothes to start first grade, to start school. And I remember I had one skirt that was a gray skirt, and then she made a blouse that went with it, and then she made, out of the scraps, she made little short sets for April and Nat too, out of those scraps. And I was so proud of that skirt that outfit when I went to school. It was about the second week of school, and I was wearing that outfit, and the button popped off. And I went to the office, and we had a principal named Miss Beeson, and she didn't have any pins, and so she stapled together my skirt to keep it up, and I was really worried that it had damaged my skirt. But one of the other things that happened that week when we went to Granny's and and she started making these clothes for me is that she gave me a needle and thread and taught me a little bit about sewing, and I've been sewing ever since. So I'm real grateful that she got me started sewing. And of course, she all through high school and college, she made lots of clothes for me, and I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't had those clothes that she sewed for us. So I'm real grateful for that. Um, one of the bad things, one of the things that everybody talked about is how fast Granny was. And the thing that I wanted to say is that being fast is not always good, or you don't always get the desired results. And this is one of our family's favorite stories about Granny. We were going to visit Mary Alice and Steve when they had the motel in Ohio, and we were Granny and Granddaddy, and then the 5 of us, Mom and Dad, and Nat and April, and I were going on this trip, and we stopped at a rest area, and we had brought along sandwiches, but we bought drinks from inside the rest area, or the like a truck stop or something. Anyway, they sold fountain drinks, and so we got drinks with ice in them, not just bottled drinks. And so we all were having our picnic, tailgating in the back of our car, drinking our drinks along, and Granny was bustling around. She was finishing up her lunch and kind of cleaning up stuff, and Granddaddy Jones was standing there holding his drink in his hand, and she said, "I just can't finish my drink." And she just took the rest of her drink and just poured it into Granddaddy Jones's cup. And the only problem is Granny had Coke, and Granddaddy was drinking milk, and so she had dumped her Coke into his milk. And, Granddaddy's typical style, just real slow and easy, said, "Mary, I was drinking milk," or something. But he proceeded to drink down that Coke and milk combination that she had prepared for him. So I was just thinking that